Hello, welcome to the first installment of Squirrel Interviews. I am Squirrel Mike, and today I will be interviewing my co-host on CB Presents and fellow Power Play member, as well as co-owner of the channel, Alex. What's up? There's a bug over there. Alex, welcome to the show. How are you feeling about this? Good. I feel good. I feel ready. Is your body ready? No, but my mind is ready. Then why are your mind's pants on? They aren't. I see. So, with any interview, I want to ask, you are the co-owner and co-founder of CB Presents. That I am, along with me. And I'm wondering, what got you into Let's Plays in the first place? Well, I'd have to say that it kind of went with, you were basically doing your own Let's Plays at the time, and I'd come over and I'd batted around. No, actually, it goes back before that, because I remember I was working at Grey Wolf Lodge at the time, and I was just working in the laundry room. And I had just, binged a bunch of other great LPers. You got, Game Grumps, the Super Best Friends, Beard Bros. Careful, you're into the territory of another question I'm going to ask. I just binge-watched all these guys, and so I'm like, and I was in the laundry room, sorting laundry, and I was, really bored, and I was just thinking, why don't I start a Let's Play? Why don't I start a channel for me and a bunch of my friends? I contacted them all, but that never went through, but that idea always stuck in my head. A little while later, you were doing your own thing, and that was when you kind of went, hey, Alex, we should do a Let's Play. And I kind of went, yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do that. All right. And then I did that, and that kind of derailed into a one-shot, very crappy Nuzlocke. I remember that. You started with a Ralts, if I remember correctly. Started with a Ralts that only knew confusion, was constantly fighting Kuchanas. Sounds painful. Now, I'll get into that question I mentioned before. What would you say your main sources of inspiration are on how you do your commentary, how you kind of get your flow and your style? You. The synergy that we have. That is my inspiration for how we behave in our normal everyday interactions. I kind of just do that. Fair enough. You are a jackass. I work off that by being a jackass in turn. Have nothing to say against that comment. I don't think so because, it's true. Alright. So, you've worked on how many projects now? Not counting the ones I am the runner for. Three official projects. There have been a few that have, I've worked on 3 projects that sadly will never see the light of day. One, potentially, maybe. Keep an eye open for it. Depends on if we get something worked out. Alright. Well, what would you say is your best moment working on CB Presents and Power Plays? I'd have to say it was definitely facing the jackhammer boss in Toy Story. Alright, continue. Basically, well, I'd played Toy Story 2 a while back, when I was a wee little lad, playing on the PSX. This is just a small side note. This show is actually inspired by an episode of the Toy Story run, and for the next few seconds in the corner we will have an annotation link to the episode that this was inspired by. Continue. As I was saying, before I was so politely interrupted, that's unusual for me. Yeah, usually it's just so obnoxious I want to punch you. Anyway, what was I saying? Jackhammer Boss. And it was and so back when I was a kid, as I'm playing this now, all these memories just come flooding back. And I'm like, yeah, I remember now. I remember doing this. And I'm running from the jackhammer boss, who's really on my ass. And I look over at the cranes, and I'm like, oh, that's right, I remember. Jump on those. And I jumped on them, and I'm like, he can't touch me. I'm home free. Turn around and start shooting at his ass, even going in for a neener taunt. And there's a flaming screw headed right for my fucking face that I don't see until the very last second, where it hits me. I suppose that's famous last words type of material. No, the famous last words type of material was the part where I go, oh shit, when I see it. And it hits me, and I go, another oh shit, fall off the tower, because I didn't think I was going to fall. Now I start falling off the building. It's like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. I get in 7 before I hit the ground. And I'm trying to maneuver my way onto a beam in midair, and I can't. And that's pretty much how we ended that episode, if I recall. Yeah, I actually think we ended at the elevator, but it was kind of, I know we started the next episode once you got back up to the top. Right. What a way to go, though. Indeed. Now, we talked about your best moment, but I'm wondering, what would you say is your least favorite moment? Fuck Ashen's Game Jam. I still hate you for that. Literally, the only good thing that came out of that was we uncovered Empress Peach Amiibo's motives. That was literally the only good thing that came out of that. She's basically Cthulhu, isn't she? No. She's basically Cthulhu's mom. If she were shrunken down to about 2 inches tall. She's a little tiny squiddy. No, she's a little tiny horrific bitch that's currently staring at me for making fun of her. Yeah, it's probably not the best idea to insult her when she's right over our shoulder. She's gonna kill me in my sleep, isn't she? Most likely. Alright, well, I guess next time it'll be Ghost Alex. Well, next time it'll be Jordan with any luck. No, I meant on the channel. Oh, fair enough. Dumbass. Now, we talked about your best and worst moments. Now, what would you say your favorite overall series is? At the moment, I definitely have to say it's Toy Story. But I will say that, Sonic Adventure had some gems. I know that's your series, but I can still include it, of course. But I do think K's story is going to shape up to be pretty interesting, because I especially heard that you are going to die a lot. We've already established that as of the first episode, I'd say. As of those fucking spikes. Who the hell puts spikes that cause that much damage? At least they do not deprive you of save points. That's true. Alright. As for, now, best moment. best games. We also have, of course, your least favorite game overall, and we will disclude Ashton's Game Jam on simple nature of the fact that it was a one-shot. I really want to kill you for selecting that. Least favorite. Well, discluding, I'd have to say it would be, we had a run of, okay, out of the ones that we're currently doing, I'd honestly have to say it's Pokemon White Platinum, only because it has the same functionality as a standard Pokemon game, which I've been playing since 1995. It has this, but it's so plot heavy that it's kind of painful. It's not that I don't mean by a bad series. It's just kind of boring. Now, if I were to include ones that we didn't air, I'd have to say definitely the Castle Crashers run, because I am not a big fan of Castle Crashers. I didn't really want to play it at all. I was only like, what the hell, why not? And most importantly, the really fun shit that we got into didn't happen until after we turned off the fucking cameras and started dicking around. That is true. And that was actually the inspiration for an upcoming segment, for an upcoming, what show? I suppose show would be a good word design. Upcoming show, keep an eye out for it. On that note, what other projects are you looking forward to creating on CB Presents? Projects you're willing to headline or really looking forward to just working together on? Well, there's definitely the CB Retort. I really much look forward to that. Since you've mentioned, oh, sorry, you're about to do it anyway. Which, we are, basically it's a segment where me and Mike take we take things like commercials, music videos, songs, basically things in real life that just piss us off. Well, actually, I'd say more just bug us. I think we should open it up. Not just have things that bug us, but also things that maybe we feel like praising. That's not really a retort, though, is it? A retort is just a response. True. And then, I also definitely look forward to Power Plays 2 Battle, where me and Mike go up against each other in various multiplayer games. We are waiting for a few technical and non-technical things on that before we can get that started, unfortunately. But I can't wait to kick your ass in pretty much every fighting game we play until you start button mashing, and somehow that ups your fucking difficult learning curve. I think it just kills predictability. Fuck you. And also, as I said, I'm also looking forward to a segment that I personally will be headlining, which is, I call it Dicking Around. Because it's where we just take games, mostly sandbox games, and we'll just be goofing around in them. You know, like hunting down people and putting them on train tracks in Red Dead Redemption, surfing and Just Cause, also riding rockets. Rocket barrel. Just attach the hooks to the bar in the barrel, shoot it, Rocket Man. Yeah, and then just flying around in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas can be a pretty peaceful experience. Up until you just jump out because you feel like it, and don't deploy your helicopter. Helicopter? Yes, you keep a micro helicopter in play. Don't deploy your parachute because you want to see how ragdoll you get. Spoiler alert, not very. Well, a couple generations of progress will change that, I'm sure. Yep. Now, on a note unrelated to the channel, what do you do when you're not playing video games or doing Let's Plays? Play video games. I don't think that's a very valid answer. Right. I like to watch movies, watch anime, watch TV, read manga, read books on occasion. Legos. I love Legos. So enjoyable. Definitely probably my favorite thing to fiddle around with when I'm bored. You can't see it, but I have a massive collection of Legos. I currently own every conventional Marvel and DC set that is available for purchase, except for the Shield Helicarrier. Say we could probably have a quick sweep over footage of your collection. If it won't be very good quality, but we can have that playing over while we're talking about this part. Okay. So I guess Jordan cut out the part where you suggest that. No, I was going to leave that part in. Now you've made it awkward. Well, Jordan, cut it out. I'm sure we can make it work. Or we'll just have it be awkward. I think awkwardness works. So yeah. Well, there you go, guys. That's my current collection, which will be expanding in July with an Ant-Man set. Really, Dad? Fucking really? Un momento. Like Squirrel. Interviews will be right back.
Bacon just not cutting it for you, hamburgers just not juicy enough, your chicken breast just not quite breast meaty enough. Now for you men who need more meat in your meats, try new Man Meats! Brought to you with premium cuts of stuff that men crave! Man Meats! Get it in your local deli section today!
We are back. We've been interviewing Alex, my co-host on CB Presents Power Plays, and the co-founder of the channel. What's up, peeps? Squeak, squeak. Now, I have just a few more questions for you. The first one is your username. On YouTube, your username is Grandpa Gohan1, and on several other sites, you're Crimson Warrior 55. I would like to know, where did these usernames come from? Well, for Grandpa Gohan1, that one's been with me for a while. It was my very first username in my current cache of usernames. And that came from when I was, the very first thing online that I was ever, required to join, or that I was ever required to sign up to join, was the Lego Club. Go figure. And I was a huge Dragon Ball Z fan at the time, so I wanted my, username and password to reflect that. Well, my username, I wanted something that, nobody else had. And it was like, everyone's gonna pick Goku, everyone's gonna pick Vegeta, etc., etc. So it was like, who is a really fucking fucking obscure-ass character, or not necessarily obscure, but way down the line that no one's gonna think to pick. And I was like, Grandpa Gohan. I suppose that only applies if he didn't read Dragon Ball. To be fair, we in America got Dragon Ball Z first, then we got Dragon Ball. True enough. Hence why Team 4 Star likes to joke nobody watched Dragon Ball. Anyways, so I decided to go with Grandpa Gohan, and sure enough, someone already had it. But they listed 3 other options, one of which was Grandpa Gohan 1. So I took it, and then it's kind of been just in my cache ever since. Although on occasion I do have to change it. And then as for Crimson Warrior 5-5, a few years ago, I think around the time when I was joining it was either Tales of a Promise, or what was it? I suppose that's not really a really important detail. Yeah, it was something. I was joining something, but it was at the time I was getting back into Mega Man, and my favorite character out of in the whole Mega Man franchise, bar none, is Zero. Most badass character. And I figure, Mega Man's the Blue Bomber. I figure Zero is the Crimson Warrior. So I just started using Crimson Warrior, and then during about a year or so ago when I joined Role Player Guild, I just tacked on the 5-5. Pokemon Club. It was Pokemon Club. It was either that or Tales of the Promise. I think they were around the same time. Anyways, when I was joining Role Player Guild, I kind of just tacked on the 5-5 because 5's my favorite number. And I think at the time I used Crimson Warrior 5, and I eventually switched to 5-5. So that's how that goes. Alright. Now, just 2 last questions. The first one is, what advice do you have to anyone who wants to get into Let's Playing? Well, I would say, just have fun with it, I will say this, don't get too ahead of yourself. Don't assume that you're going to be the next Egoraptor. Just instead, focus more on having fun, playing the games, and just enjoying yourself. Get a partner that you have great synergy with. Like, I don't know, someone who's been your best friend for damn near 10 years. At that point, you should have great synergy. Or you just want to kill each other. Or both. And so, and don't sweat it if you don't get a whole bunch of subscribers. Because, like I said, you really just need to focus on the recording, the gameplay themselves, treat it like you have a bunch of friends over and you're all playing a game. Like a party. But not a Mario Party. The less said about that, the better. I hate Mario Party. Agreed. Alright, here's the final question. How do you feel about people who make it difficult to get to bird feeders? Okay, look, my thing about that is, they're fucking birds. They can fly. They eat, the stuff they eat and the stuff that we eat are pretty much the same thing. They fly around, which means they can get fucking anywhere. Okay? There's a nut. Oh, let's go grab it. Oh shit, there's a giant thing made of metal and smoke and gas and shit coming right at us. Fuck! The head just explodes. Whereas with birds, it's just tweet. Oh, tweet, motherfucker. They just fly away. Bullshit. You don't need to put a squirrel barrier on fucking bird feeders. Okay? If you don't want us to get to them, I don't know, maybe don't put them out. You don't tantalize us. We don't dangle steaks in front of your fat asses. And just, look at the steak. Oh, you want the steak? No, sorry. No. It's for the dog. No! God, fucking humans, man. Oh, and then the pole is all slippery and shit, so we already have a hard enough time climbing up that. And then we put that upside down disc? Bullshit. Oh my, what? God, fucking Bat Squirrel would be the only one who could get up that. We are squirrels, god fucking damn it. We want to eat. Birds get their shit from any fucking where. Excuse us. We've got it the harder way. Keep being kept down by the man. It's because I'm gray, isn't it? Alright, well, thanks for being on the show today. Fuck you, humans, fuck this! It's been a pleasure. Thank you for being on the show. And we will see you guys in the next interview. This has been Squirrel Interviews with Squirrel Mike. Serious interviews with silly voices. Squeak, squeak, mother bitches represent! Succeed, bitch!